What's up, guys? Scar here from theScore eSports here with LOD after their recent playoff game against C9. Unfortunately, it was a loss. At first, I thought you guys had a really, really good game. Talk to me about what happened between the first and the second games and like the games after that.
Uh, well, after the first game, I was like pretty happy personally because I knew C9 was a tough team. So to take the first game off the set felt really good, but I knew immediately that they'd just banned Sivir. Sivir's my best champ. I guess I'm not quite as good as unlike Jin and Ash as Sivir, so I knew the rest of the series is gonna be kind of rough for me personally. And like we didn't really expect the second game to be like as bad as it was. We definitely thought we could like actually like take the series like 3-0 even because I don't know. We just played better. So we played well that first game compared to like our scrims and like all our previous performances. So like, yeah, I don't know. I guess we were just kind of sad after we lost game 2. And yeah.
Talk to me about the Kench. I understand that this is quite a new development between a lot of the top teams. I talked to them like kind of behind the scenes a little bit. Did you guys expect the Kench priority coming into the series?
Yeah, recently everybody just started like first picking Kench, like in scrims and stuff. And so we kind of knew it was really good, but in the back of my mind, I was thinking like, okay, this actually has the potential to be like extremely broken. Like, for one, laning against him is ridiculous. Like he has the same harass as like a ranged support. Like the tongue is on like a 5-second cooldown and costs no mana, so it's like really hard to walk up. And he always has like high kill pressure because with his eat, he can always like burst the other support. So laning is the one thing, and that's not even like his biggest strength. Like it's good versus other melee sports, but like no, like his strength is like the fact that you could just ult with another person, and any time somebody's farming a side lane, like it's just like a free pick no matter what. Nobody can afford to walk up. It's even more dangerous than like a gangplank ult or like a TF ult. It's 2 people. There's just almost no way to live. So going in, like we knew Tom Camp was really good. We didn't expect them to have like first pick priority on it, I guess, but yeah.
Was this something that you guys weren't personally practicing or didn't feel comfortable on?
Yeah, well, we played it like a few games, I guess, but people only started like really prioritizing it in our scrims towards like the end of the week, so we didn't actually like know we didn't really practice it a whole lot. Like I guess we could have played it if we had to, but I don't know. We didn't really put the same priority on it, I guess. Yeah.
As the series went on, it seemed like your opponent C9 hit their stride after the second game. Games started being like quicker and cleaner. What do you feel like really attributed to that? Do you feel like you guys just weren't able to get back to your first game form, or do you feel like you weren't able to deal with some of the adaptations that C9 threw at you?
We just like, to be honest, well, we just got lucky in our first game, I guess, because we had kind of like a cheesy comp. We just had really hard initiation against like 2 mobile carries like Syndra and Ashe, and we just like executed it really well. It was an easy comp to play. Like just I could just be like, okay, go Sivir ult, and we go catch the carry super easy. And I think it was like we kind of got lucky. Like that wasn't I guess we like overperformed a bit, and then C9 underperformed a little bit. So those two combined meant we got the win. But like I don't know, overall C9 is just a better team. They're more practiced. They play like the meta better, and they just have like a better idea of like drafting. So yeah.
Well, talk to me about your overall season. So you guys ended sixth this season, which I think is the best for a non-Immortals, non-C9 team, if I recall correctly. I think Gravity ended the season maybe a little bit ahead of you, but for the most part, I think usually new teams in the LCS don't make playoffs. And certainly you can look at like your other teams like P1 and NRG. And to that fact, are you proud of making playoffs this year?
Yeah, I'm actually really happy. Like that was definitely my one goal going into the split was like I wanted in my rookie split to make playoffs and like to make some sort of like dent in the scene, and we did that. I mean, we weren't the best team. Like we lost a lot of games we shouldn't have, and we won a lot of games that we shouldn't have. And overall, we had like a pretty different split than most people expected. Like I guess from our first half of the split's dominance, people expected us to actually like maybe contend and like be able to beat like C9 and TL and CLG. And sure, we weren't able to pull through, but I still think we're a lot better than like the bottom half or like the bottom 4 teams. So I'm happy with how we did, and I think like we can potentially do well in Gauntlet, and I think next split we can do better because we just need a lot more time to gel, and yeah.
What's the big takeaway from this season for you? Like, what's something that you learned that like kind of made you a better player or a better person?
Um, I'm not sure. I guess like the most important thing for me was learning like to try and have like consistency. And I've said this before, like I guess there was like a few series this split where I kind of showed up and I was like a shell of myself. Like I usually am super vocal and I like shot call a lot and I'm like yelling at the top of my lungs the entire game until my voice gives out. And like there are a lot of games this split where I showed up and I didn't do that, and like that's uncharacteristic of me. And like I kind of learned that for you to actually like have a consistent good split, you have to show up in the same form every single time you play. You got to be ready every single time you play, and I guess I just wasn't. So yeah.
So, what are your off-season plans? Like, what are you looking to focus on to prep for next split?
Um, I guess just like, well, we do have to train a little bit for, I think we're playing in the Gauntlet in like a month, and then but for the off season, I want to go to Korea. I feel like I'm one of the few players at this point who like hasn't really gotten a chance to go there. Even like solo queue players have like gone to Korea in boot camp for a couple months. So I really want to do that, and I look forward to that. And then I just want to like become better mechanically and be able to like contend for the top 380 season NA. Because right now I think I could be good enough eventually, but I don't feel like I'm there. And going into next split, I want to like show up and just be super confident and be like a really strong player. So yeah.
Any final words to wrap up your season to your fans out there?
Thank you for coming on the roller coaster ride with us. I really appreciate it. Being a new team, we didn't really have too many fans at first, but for the people who like got on our hype train or were disappointed by us, whatever, anyone who like supported us during the split, I really appreciate it. I'm really thankful. So yeah.